Hi fellow mama, Emily here, and today I am talking to you all about how to transition your baby to the crib. So let's get started. My number one tip is to take one thing at a time. Don't transition your baby to the crib when you just unswaddled them for the first time. That is already something new. Or don't do it when you know that your baby is cutting teeth. We transitioned Calvin actually at 3 months old. Before the potential 4-month sleep regression, we unswaddled him. We had a few more weeks with that, and then it was right into his crib. My second tip is to associate the crib with sleep. We avoided putting toys in his crib. Almost as soon as he goes into that room now, he pretty much lays his head on my shoulder and he associates that time with sleep. It's not a time to play, it's a time to sleep. So my third tip is getting familiar with the room. And so this is different than the crib. So even prior to putting Calvin in the crib, we would go in that room and play on the floor, and so he could experience the smells, the lighting that came in the room, the sound of even the fan that runs in that room. Another small tip that I did was putting a blanket that smelled like me on the top railing that couldn't fall into the crib when we first transitioned him. Also, the sound machine that I took the day that he was born, the same setting on that sound machine was beside the bassinet that he heard at night while he was laying by me to his room right by his crib. So my next tip is to start with day or night sleep. So when he was 3 months old, we just did day naps for about a week. Then we transitioned even to doing night sleep. Next tip is actually just keep the room dark. We want the room dark and you sleep better. Just your brain stimulates an alarm almost. That's how we're actually designed. You can absolutely buy blackout curtains. We have the blind closed and then the curtains closed also. Next tip is to learn to self-soothe, knowing your baby. He's a noisy sleeper. He kind of grunts. Kind of just like that. And so for me, I had to learn that about him. I had to learn that, okay, he doesn't need me. He's not uncomfortable. He's just literally just fidgeting and, maybe adjusting in the crib and in his sleep. So letting your baby learn how to self-soothe. My last and final tip is just to stay committed. Transitioning to the crib is just as much a learning and transition for the baby as much as it is for you. And to know that this may be the best thing once you get past that first initial, oh, do they need me? This is scary. It's really easy to cave in those situations, especially when you're first transitioning to the crib. But I really encourage you to stay committed. Thinking about the end game and putting the end in sight, it helps him sleep better and it helps me sleep better because I'm not constantly hearing him or being awoken by him. It was a great thing for us, and I hope these small little tips can help you guys. Make sure that you subscribe and hit that little bell down below. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Mama out.